Box is a play set in a suburb called Bowendale. It's very similar to any other housing commission suburb you've been to or know of or lived in. And it's about a family and it's a tragedy.
In the box, the themes that we touch on is definitely intergenerational trauma and, how the rest of the public, their perceptions of people that live in these housing commission areas and how they tend to put you in a box. I grew up and was raised in Rochalee, a housing commission suburb of Launceston, Tasmania. The rest of the world and the rest of the community put you in a box and say, okay, you belong to this neighbourhood, therefore you must be rough, you must be a thief, you must be uneducated. And how hard it is for you when you live in these housing commission areas, how hard it is for you to get out and how hard it is for you to change society's perception of you.
I think that Nathan and Rob, they have that kind of working class voice and are able to sort of write the dialogue of the people that they're writing about because it's where they're from. I think that really creates relatable, beautiful characters that have kind of got like grit and hard edges, but also, amazing humour and heart.
This story kind of brings out, the desperation in these families and like the struggles they're going through.
This show touches on the rawness and the realness and the coarseness of these environments, but it shines a lot of light on the love that comes from these environments too.
Yeah, so this week we've been doing a lot of script development, but we've also got the work on the floor, and so we've had fun with the actors. With this story, with this play, we want to push form. In the past, I've written a lot of naturalistic plays, but we're trying to find ways to push past the naturalism.
We've had, lines that are in the play now that have come out of improvising, out of a game, out of us questioning the actors while they're on the floor. How do you feel as the character right now? I just haven't ever had a writing experience like this, really. It's been fantastic.
I've particularly loved the combination of artists in the room, being that we've got a mixture of mid-career artists, emerging artists, young actors who have perhaps been, in one play, and that this is their very first creative development.
I've never done anything like this, so it's just been good to have this important role to actually help build this story and bring this story to life. It's been incredible.
I think a story like this needs to be told so we don't keep making the same mistakes. It's how we learn.
I think that it's such an important story to be told at this time when the whole of Australia is facing one of the biggest housing crises that we ever have. I think we really need to start talking about the poverty line in this country.
Through the telling of this story, my hope would be that audiences develop a really deep empathy for these people and the people that they represent, that the characters represent, that they may not get from reading stats or reading an article about it.
This story needs to be told because the theatre is not a safe space for people from housing commission areas. And it's never going to be a safe space until we see ourselves on stage. And middle class and upper class Australia needs to understand when they see that young person at the bus stop who is from a housing commission area, and they look at that young fella, from Rochalee or Ravenswood or Clarendon Vale, they know a little bit more about this kid. And maybe they have a little bit more empathy for this kid. And if they've got more empathy for this kid and more understanding of this kid, they've got a better of a chance of helping this kid get where they want to go.